Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Ones Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we've got a reading for you about somebody that sees that you are dating somebody new. They might even see you in person because we've got I left when I saw you with someone. Or they've heard about it. They may have seen things on social media, but it's concerning for them in terms of the short term. But I think they have this almost like arrogance or this like knowing that you will be together again. So they have this suspicion that your divine connection will outlast whatever this new love is, or that they could get you to choose them over the new love. So let's call on spirit with a little bit of wind chime time, and we'll see if they're right about that. Let's see. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. I think it's actually going to be like sunshiny today, so I'm excited to get outside. If you would like a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedonestarot@gmail.com. It's in the description box below. And right below that, you can find information if you're interested in getting additional content. I do have memberships, and they start at $3.99. This is the Pause Tarot. Let's see what else we've got for you. Temperance in the reverse. Knight of Pentacles and the Hermit in the reverse. I did see this one, so it's interesting it came back out. Yeah, this is somebody who's taken a long time to figure out what they needed to work on. There were issues here that I think they were either, being a little bit stubborn regarding, or they didn't really want to work on the things that other people even told me or told them that they needed to work on. I don't know why I'm so focused on this Knight of Pentacles and how they're sitting. Okay, I think this is it. So when you see like an Emperor card quite often, or even King of Wands, they're sitting straight up, but they're like leaning forward. This is somebody who is leaning back. I don't know why that's so important, other than to say they were not moving towards you. They were not like focused or deliberate. They were not dedicated to the healing that they knew that they would actually make it easy for the two of you to be together. So it's kind of giving, I had to feel like I was going to lose you before I realized that I needed to like get my ass in gear. You know what I mean? Hello, James. Hello, Esther. Hello, Andrea. How we doing? Hello, Aisha. What's going on? Thank you. Yeah, I don't know if you all see this one very often, but of course there's cats involved. I was standing in line some retail spot, and this chick was like, "Man, you really like cats. I love your necklace." And I was like, "Thanks. Did you see my tattoos?" 10 of Swords in the reverse. The Sun and the 7 of Swords. Interesting. So is it the boy who cried wolf? I think this is somebody who told you they were working on things, or told you they had fixed things, told you they were ready, but they weren't. They made this effort. They like approached you. So it feels like this is somebody who came back after you had a period of no contact, and you were like, "Oh, okay. So like things are good now. Like you know how to like do your half, you know how to approach a love connection now." And just for that little moment, I don't know if it was a couple days, couple weeks, you were like, "Okay, maybe we can make this work." And then boom, just kidding. They disappear, they ghost, they tell you they can't do this, or they decide they want to move elsewhere. There's this disconnect where it's like, I thought we were on the same page, and then everything changed. Hello, Co-Creates. How are you doing? Hello, Patrick. Thank you. How are you doing today, hon? Oh, look, there you go. You just got one, though, didn't you? See, you got number 2. I like it. Yeah, we're still figuring that out. I'm pretty sure it's just based on who comments in the live chat. I don't know. So we've got the 9 of Pentacles and the Devil. So you've been dealing with, or you were dealing with, somebody that was obsessed with being independent, very lone wolf energy, right? I don't need anybody. I don't need your, I don't know, love. I don't need it. So I'm going to go off on my own. But they still have this obsession with you. So in other words, I don't lean into the love. I don't make a lot of effort. I just kind of see what happens. But it's frustrating to me because I've never felt so drawn to a person like this. So they might even be like frustrated that they care so deeply for you, or they feel this gravitational pull towards you, where it's like they recoil from it. Like, I don't want to fall in love, and I feel this like pull towards you. So I have to do what I can to like balance that by removing myself. Page of Pentacles. I really feel like they came back around and made an effort that was half-assed. Like, oh, you're saying all the right things, but when it comes time for you to actually like show up, I'm like, where are you at? Okay, I guess I better go get a donut instead. I don't know whose thought that was. It is not mine. I'm not a big fan of donuts. But you go get yourself a donut, okay? Saturday, you earned it. Hello, Upper Echelon. How are you doing? Hello, Lamb and Lions. What's going on? Ten of Cups and the King of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, we've got somebody that is in love with you, or like you are love in their mind. If they were to be with anyone, it would be you. And I don't know that they would be with anybody else, to be honest, because this is somebody who does not know how to stay in one place. This is somebody who does not know how to be committed like that. But they love you. Probably pisses them off, honestly. It'd be a lot easier for them if they didn't. Oh my God, when I was like starting, like just sitting down, it's like so much more difficult to get into this chair when I'm not wearing yoga pants. If I'm wearing a skirt or a dress, for example, I have to like I would roll it over here. I almost went into the bookshelf and I was like, ah. All right, we're gonna go with the Voyage of the Soul. Hello, Rachel. How you doing, hon? Hello, Chababin. What's up, Michael? How you doing? Oh, I like that, Deborah. How are you? Channel, downloads, claircognizance, flashes, information, deliver, chapter, vibration. You have been receiving information via dreams or maybe music. You knew it was time to let go of something from your past. And it could be because when this person shows up, they talk a good talk, but they don't know how to walk it. I just heard you disappoint me. So whoever that's for, like, you told me you were going to do something and then you don't show up. You told me that you knew how to communicate, but you don't. So if that's the case, then at some point I have to actually be honest with myself about whether or not this is going to be going anywhere. And if it's not, then I keep it moving. So we have some change in terms of vibration. We have vortex, buzzing, frequency, mind, reality, and energy flow. Have you ever been I don't know, at someone else's place. It doesn't really matter where you are, but you can hear that there's a television on, even though there's nobody like talking or no like music. It's just that fuzzy noise. That's what I'm getting right now. And I feel like that fuzzy noise is this undercurrent, right? I know what I need to do or I know what I need to not do, but I can't really like I have to listen for a little bit, right? You're getting messages right now. Don't make moves too quickly because you're getting more than one. But if you are open to receiving those messages, it's telling you where you need to be. It's telling you probably to leave this person in your past because they have not been. I'm just going to say, I don't think they respect all that you bring to the table because look, if I knew that you offer the 10 of cups, why would I sit back and be like, if it happens? Is that not the love of your life? If that's the love of your life, then you should be doing stuff. So like making moves, right? This is whoever you are. This is somebody saying, I know I deserve better. I'm getting messages that there's somewhere else I should be. I'm going to do that. Hello, Megan. Happy Saturday. I hope you're doing well. Hello, Tammy. How are you today? I hope you're having a good day. Hello, Jimmy. Ooh, try reloading. That might help. Let's hope it's not a karmic, but I think we do have to be at a point where if somebody's telling you they want to do right by you, but they continue to break those promises, then at a certain point you have to probably say, I think I'm going to let you like work on what you need to work on, and I'm going to move forward and see what else is out there, because this is looking like a couple of different attempts that didn't really work out. And the breakthrough is indicating somebody knows there's a better path forward. So we have leadership, teacher, guide, entrepreneur, sharing wisdom, and global. And futuristic, visions, innovative, crafty, plans, and trendsetter. There's something about your energy that is inspirational to other people. And if you get distracted by people who don't know how to treat you, other people lose out on that magic that you bring to the table. So the universe really likes it when you don't get distracted by people who don't have good intentions, because you are a leader. You are perhaps even one that would resonate with chosen one. You might have some leadership professionally, but I feel like this is spiritually. There's ways that you help other people that you may not even know. Hello, Vicki. How are you doing? I'm great, Tammy. Thank you for asking. Hello, John. Hello, Third Eye. I've been good. How about you? So I also love the colors that are working out here. Orange may be an important color for you, especially because I'm noticing that the devil is actually orange, which is kind of unusual. I mean, it's an orange cat. Actually, that makes a ton of sense, right? But this is, I don't know, there's something, not for everybody, but there's something about the color orange for someone. We've got communication and Gaia. New. Expression, voice, transmission, message, news, connection, and plants, grounding, purification, herbs, holistic, and earth. So in other words, because you are focusing on the right things, because you are grounded, because you are not getting caught up in this situation from the past, there is a new connection. I like that. This is the Tarot of the Nile. What else do we have? Tammy, oh my, that could be it right there. Oh Lord. Hello, Renee. How are you doing? I love it, Deborah. Did I say hello to Rainbow Warrior? So we've got the Two of Pentacles. Uh-oh. They were having so much fun just doing their own thing, not paying attention to you. It's like they lost track of time, gallivanting around or something. Look, if somebody knows that they have to do X, Y, Z before they can spend time with you or like be with you, and then they get distracted and haven't even started X, Y, or Z, you've already told me whether or not you're invested in this, right? Because you got distracted like that. This is you being like, I don't know, man, like I gave you a chance. You had plenty of time, but you went over there and decided that you wanted to like play with Play-Doh instead. I don't know why that's the example. I suppose to be insulting. Like you chose to do something kind of like immature. Me personally, I would have chosen Legos, but like Play-Doh's cool too. Oh, like the clay, not the philosopher. The Lovers and the High Priestess. I think this is your energy. The High Priestess is saying, I know that you have a choice and I know that you chose the wrong thing. I know that you did not choose to work on the things that you needed to. That's why I've decided I need to move forward. It's like they feel like you don't know what's going on if they don't tell you. I'm going to tell you real quick, though, if you have a divine connection or if you have an actual connection with somebody, distance is not going to mean that you feel no energy with that person. If anything, distance can actually result in you feeling their energy more because they're thinking about you, you're thinking about them, if that's the case, right? This is one of those things where they felt like they were like hiding, like you can't see me. But it's one of those shoes underneath the drapes thing. Like, yeah, I maybe can't like see your eyeballs, but I know where you are. So I feel like there's dreams or messages that have come to this High Priestess energy. And it's like, I know you ain't working on your shit. I know you're not working on what you need to in order to be ready for a relationship. So this is somebody pivoting, right? If you're not going to work on that, then I'm not going to wait for you to work on that. Hey, Laura. Not too much. 17 minutes. It could be worse. No Crocs then. You all know I hate Crocs. Look, I just want to be real clear. If you are a person that wears Crocs, I would still be willing to see if you're a good person, okay? I'm not going to judge you right out the gate because of the Crocs. Now, am I going to take fashion advice from you? I don't know, maybe not. I don't really take fashion advice from anyone, really. But anyways, yeah. Is it too much to ask to want shoes that don't have a bunch of holes in them? Not plasticky. I like it. What else do we have? We've got another Nine of Pentacles. We just had that over here. The Three of Wands in the reverse and the Page of Wands in reverse. Oh, I don't know if you saw how that fell out. I was just trying to move the deck over here to set it down, and this kind of like caught, I don't know, the tablecloth or whatever, and flipped out. And it's funny because we had the Ten of Cups come out from the previous deck. Makes me feel like we've got somebody here who left you unattended and expected that they could come right back around and you would be where they left you. Like you're a dog that was tied to the pole outside of the gas station you need to go into. It doesn't work that way. This Nine of Pentacles energy from your past is realizing that when they left you unattended to go enjoy their individual time or being on their own, not healing, that you were also, God, this thing is like attacking me. That you were also maybe able to talk to other people or able to work on things, and you did some healing work that they probably should have been working on. It led you to believe that if this person cannot take the action, if they cannot communicate appropriately, that maybe you were too kind. Maybe initially you judged them to be somebody that would work on things. But I think now you've realized this person ain't serious. So what am I doing here? I'm not going to wait for this. Let's see what else is out there. Okay, it's my dress. That's the issue. It keeps trying to hang out with the tablecloth. Hello, Hunter. How are you doing? Yeah. If I had to start a fire at a campsite and I had no access to any wood, which would be weird, and the Crocs were just sitting right there, I would probably, no, actually, would that be like a chemical reaction? What would happen there? Hello, Carl. How are you doing? We've got the 8 of Cups in the world. You walked away. Hey, look, I was trying to be patient. I thought maybe this would work out. I thought maybe we were on the same page. You were just, a couple paragraphs behind. But now I'm starting to realize, like, you don't give a fuck. And I'm sorry, but this is like, I gave you an opportunity. I gave you another one. I gave you another one. I kept thinking that you were going to do things because we had this conversation, and then you didn't actually do anything. So since you are not doing anything, I'm going to do something, and it looks a lot like me walking my happy ass away from you. Maybe you'll have a nice view. King of Swords and the 5 of Wands. I think this is you saying, I gave you time. I tried to be patient with you, but you took way too much time, and I got places to be. So you're the High Priestess, King of Swords. This is why we don't pay close attention to gender in the tarot, right? This is somebody who's very wise and I think also communicative. And you told this person, or you've made it clear, they know. For some of you, it's as simple as, oh yeah, no, I said, okay, thanks, bye. And then I blocked them. Message received. We're beefing. Actually, it's worse than beefing because I don't actually want to talk to you about it. So like, I don't like you. So you have the Queen of Wands, the 8 of Swords in the reverse, and another 7 of Swords. Because when I'm actually honest with myself, when I take a look at the whole situation, when I think about how you talk to me and how you show up, I realize you actually don't show up. So if I'm on my own anyways, if you're not going to like be there, then I might as well like kind of put you out of my mind. So this Queen of Wands, whoever you are, this is you being able to pull in additional energy. If this person's not going to do right by me, then I can manifest a new love life. I can manifest something different. And I think you did. This is the truth is. Totally. Settling, accepting less than you deserve. Side piece, this person does interact with others. They're trying to slow walk the connection because they're not sure about the commitment element. But if you're wondering whether or not they still entertain other people, casually, I think they do. Now, does that mean that they're getting naked? I don't know. We'll find out. But I think this is somebody who likes to get attention. Let's get a few from, this is the Golden Lenormand. What else do we have? Just to stay warm. It's okay. It's okay. And maybe because I hate them. 32. The moon. Or wait, no, the stars. Right? Nope, 32 is the moon. Sorry. This one confuses me every once in a while. And number 14, the fox. So you tell this person it's over. You tell them they took too long and they're like, wait, what? They come running like, no, come on. You got a little bit more time for me, right? Hey, key controller. This is like, see, these are the two that confuse me. Do you see why they're confusing to me? Now, obviously, we got stars here and there's a moon there, but these are the two that I was trying to figure out. 16 and 32. So that's interesting. You get both because this is basically saying you've got somebody who was hoping they could continue to be a little bit, I kind of want to say a little bit naughty. Like, I know what you're waiting for. I know what you want me to work on. And I maybe even told you I was going to do that. But I don't think I want to. And then when they come back around or when they look at your social media, when they want to talk to you, they find out that you may have actually decided to rewrite who is your dream partner. They found out that maybe you're not holding space for them anymore. You found out that maybe you were seeing somebody else. I left a card behind. It's the mouse or the mice. They feel like they've lost you. This is a growing concern for them. I think we've got somebody who is pretty confident that you were always going to choose them, and now they're realizing that maybe they were wrong about that. And you too, Clare. Yes, exactly. This is the Crow Tarot in honor of my friend Kelly. So we've got 9 of Wands in the reverse. And the 7 of Wands in the reverse. Sorry, this dress is causing so much issues right now. There's so many. They're freaking out. Have you ever seen like a bully energy? Somebody who's like really arrogant, like, yeah, no, I got this. I'm going to get my way. When they realize they're not getting their way, I guess to some extent, this person from your past has a little bit of a bully energy. They, at the very least, wanted to feel like they were the one who made the decisions in your connection. You can't, make me do anything. You can't tell me that I have to do this healing. You can't walk away from me either, apparently. But we do have the 3 of Wands in the reverse. Again, I feel like we had that right here. You have shocked this person because you didn't handle things the way they expected you to. They expected you to follow a certain pattern, and you, my friend, are just a little bit too unique for that. In other words, they did not expect you to walk away. I could totally, yeah, that makes sense. Empress, everything. How are you doing? I hope you're having a good day. 7 of Cups in the reverse. If this person's been making excuses, you're like, I'm done with the excuses. I really don't even care why you've decided to not do this or not do that or not work on this. The important thing is, the only thing I care about is that you have not done any of those things. And if you have not done any of those things, the conclusion I draw is it is not important to you to be with me. Therefore, I deserve to explore other things, other people, figure out who out there actually might be willing to do what they need to in order to be in a relationship with me, because you've made it clear you're not interested. So I think they're freaking out a little bit because they've not heard you talk like that before. They've not felt that energy from you before, or they've not experienced you pulling away. What is up with my dang tablecloth today? Like, I'm about to yell at you. Be nice. Stop it. 7 of Cups in the reverse is followed by the 6 of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. My ear is acting weird now. Some of you are going to hear some gossip, but I think this is more like about your person from the past, but I think this is more so they hear about you or they see something on social media and it makes them realize that they've lost you. The Wheel of Fortune is in the reverse. This is change that I don't like. This is not what I wanted. I didn't want things to go in this direction, but they can't say, because like you told them, hey, if you want to be with me, do XYZ. And they were like, and you're like, okay, bet. Then I'll go find somebody else. Yes, I think that's likely. So we've got the Two of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles. So like basically the universe was like, what do you think they're going to choose to do? And then you were like, this person's not doing anything. I should probably just go like meet somebody new. And the universe is like, oh my God, I'm so excited. Did you see? They learned their lesson. Okay, let's get a really good person for them. That one right there. They're perfect. They're perfect. The universe is like, okay, so now that you're not willing to tolerate or entertain people who are not prioritizing you, we're going to find you somebody who does prioritize you, and you're going to feel real good about it. I like that for you. Let's get a little bit more. This is the Egyptian Tarot. Did I say hello to Rachel? Hi, Rachel. I think I did. Just to be sure. Felt. So we've got the High Priestess again. That's your energy. You walked away from this person. You have already, or you're about to meet a divine connection, somebody who puts in the work or wants to be your partner. So with the Nine of Swords in the reverse, you are not pressed. You are not bothered. You are not looking backwards. You're not like, hey, why aren't you here? Why haven't you like pursued me or anything? You're like skipping down the road, holding some daisies with a person that you really care about. World in the reverse. Two of Swords and the Eight of Wands. Yeah, I think there's a conversation happening. This person from your past finds out that you are no longer interested. You are not waiting for them, that you have made a decision and it's somebody else. So they may be messaging you, or they may be reaching out to like a mutual friend. They are concerned. They don't want to believe that you might have actually moved on. Hello, blessed child. I hope you're having a good day. Four of Pentacles. Page of Cups. They felt like if they held back the love energy that you were seeking, that they could keep you like always coming back for more, or keep you a little bit obsessed with them. But instead, now they're freaking out because they've heard, or they have some reason to believe, that you're actually involved with somebody else, and somebody who apparently wants to actually do right by you. So they're freaking out now. There might even be some obsessive energy on their side of things, because they're wondering if they're ever going to have another chance with you. Hello, Ralph. How are you doing? Happy Saturday. We got the Three of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands in the reverse. They feel like you moved on too quickly. That's rich. That's real rich. That's funny to me. So you're over here not doing any of the work that you told somebody that you would do. And you're like, hey, why are you going so fast? Because when I move fast, I don't have to hang out with people who don't know how to move at all. I'm not saying I'm a runner, okay? Have I run a 5K? Sure, totally did that. Would I do it again? Probably not. Didn't really like it. But yo, if it comes to like, am I gonna like hang out with somebody who is stagnant, who doesn't know how to move? Yeah, no, I'm definitely more of a runner. We don't want to stay around that stagnant energy because it can be a little bit, what's the word? Contagious. If you had decided to wait for this person, there are things in your life that wouldn't happen because you would have to be standing still, leaning back, maybe a little bit lazy in order to be with this person. If to be with you requires that I don't pursue things that are important, or I have to like stifle the dreams, be stagnant myself, and like, bye. And that's how you feel. So we've got somebody saying, this isn't the right move for me because I can't trust you because you make promises and you break them. So you saw the writing on the wall. You know this person isn't going to follow through on those other things that they told you they would do. And I feel like you decided in that moment, all right, I've waited long enough. I'm going to pursue somebody else. I'm going to see what else is out there. I'm going to go on a date. I'm going to maybe even fall in love with somebody else. And I think you did. This is the situations deck. Tell me more about the new love connection, please. I should say so, Hunter. So now this person is wondering why you're so okay with not talking to them. It's because you're not interested in chasing them. You're not interested in waiting to see if they're going to do the right thing. You've let go of that anxiety, and now that anxiety has become their anxiety. When people want you to be obsessed with them, when people want you to always be chasing them, and then you figure out what the game is and you stop, you send all that obsessive energy, that anxiety out from yourself. And a lot of times it heads right for that person who wanted you to be obsessed with them. And they're like, wait, how did that not work? I thought you were obsessed with me. This is so weird. Now I'm all sad inside because my manipulation isn't working. Yeah, it's because it's like low vibe, low level magic shit. Yeah, exactly. It's toxic. Once we figure out it's toxic, once we figure out that it only works if we feed into it, we pull back our energy, and now what are you left with? So many jokes, so little time. The game is not being played anymore. And they can tell that that probably means you found somebody else. Their toxic energy to keep you coming back for more has failed. And you didn't need anybody's help. You did not need an intervention, but you have found somebody else for your inner circle. I do think that either you're about to meet this person or you've already met this person and you're like, this is what it feels like when somebody actually like makes an effort. Because you deserve that. So there are emotions that this person has been, from your past, has been trying to ignore, that it's like it doesn't matter what they do. They can't stop those emotions. The weird analogy that's going through my mind is if you were not able to adjust the volume in your AirPods, this person cannot tune out the emotions they feel. So I do think for many of you in the current moment, they're wrestling with what they should do. For some of you, this person is planning to visit you. I know you'll just block me, or I know you'll ignore me if I text you, so I got to show up in person. And some of you are like, oh, am I going to make a difference? I can still block you in person. Like, la, 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 la. But they're trying to figure out what the most effective way would be in order to get an audience, right? I'm so excited for you. Good. This is what's the news. We've got supersize me, doing too much, excessive, overindulgence, and the cleanse. Somebody's going to do the most to try to get back into your good graces, to try to get back into your life, to try to probably get back into your pantalones, okay? But you've already let go of this. Is it 100%? Maybe not, but I feel like it's pretty close. You see through this person's shenanigans, and you may have found out a secret that they didn't want to tell you. Or you were waiting for them to be honest with you. If I know something and you lied to me about it, and I give you time to be honest about it, and you chose to never do that, like, noted. You think I'm dumb? You think I can't figure shit out? You have evidence of something this person did. You know this person did something. And I think they've stayed away, or they have slow walked this process because they don't want to talk about it. They don't want to apologize. They don't want to admit that you were right. Oh, so maybe we have a little bit of an issue in terms of ego death. There is a need for all of us to get to the point where we can set our ego aside, or even just like let go of it, so that we can really be honest with ourselves about what the status is in a connection. Is there something I need to do differently? Do I need to apologize for something? You cannot be that person if you're like this with your ego, right? I'm perfect. I never do anything wrong. So clearly it will be a great relationship. No, a great relationship would be with somebody who knows that they're fallible, knows that they need to, at certain points, have a little check-in and converse with their partner to see how things are going. What can I do differently, right? Hey, Katie, how are you doing? I feel like I missed somebody else's name too. Oh, it was Matt. Hello, Matt. How are you, hon? Aw, that's awesome. I hope you enjoy this weekend. So we've got peace and out. Thank you next. Leaving and not caring. You know, sometimes this card has like a negative connotation to it, but this is positive. This is you saying, thank you for the good times. I will cherish the memories, but I am not going to hold space for somebody who doesn't seem to respect my time. Because I'm fed up. I've waited for too long. Toodles. All right. So here's the thing, though. We had a lot of this energy from the person from your past. They're kind of dominating this reading. It's like they don't want you to know anything about the new love. So they may even talk over you when they see you, or if they get a chance to talk to you. I want to know about the new love. Devil in the reverse. It's a good start. Page of Pentacles, a new beginning. Somebody who is healed and enlightened. That's pretty legit. Hello, Stephen. How are you doing? Hello, Nathaniel. How's your day? So because you were strong enough to reject somebody from your past and acknowledge that you deserved, you deserve people who are going to communicate with you honestly about what they're doing and what they're willing to do for this connection. I feel like someone left you hanging. Queen of Cups in the reverse. This person has gone through a similar situation in their past regarding a relationship, but they have taken the time. And I feel like a lot of this is about they were willing to have time by themselves. They didn't just dive right into another relationship. This new love is enlightened or healed because they took time to themselves and they acknowledged what made them susceptible to that kind of energy. They've changed. This is somebody who they may even talk to you about over the last couple years or even several years. The person they used to be and the person they are right now, vastly different because they have learned emotionally what needed to change in their life. Queen of Swords. This person's very smart. I don't think they have a ton of friends, but the friends or the people in their inner circle, they're like tight, right? This is somebody who is very happy on their own, but also wants that connection. I do feel like there's multiple things that they are that you are looking for. We have this High Priestess. It's your energy. I think you're really excited about this person. They say they're going to do something, they do it. They take action. But I do think a message for you here is that if you are in a relationship or if you are, moving forward with somebody new and this person from your past shows up, do what you need to in terms of setting expectations or communicating with that person, because the person from your past is not above doing something shady to ruin your new relationship. So communication is already something that I feel like you two do very well. Communicate with this person about the energy from your past, the, what are we calling you? The Knight of Pentacles? I don't know. You're the High Priestess. You know that things could potentially get a little bit hairy with this person from your past wanting to make a play for you. So communicate what you need to the new person, because this old person is so weird. The person from your past is not above like reaching out and trying to cause trouble for you by talking to your new person. The audacity. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I love you all. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes. And thank you to the members. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Toodles.